Hello. All right, this is a bit of a different video, I think. Oh my god, every time I start recording, I grab this, turn it, and then it squeaks. Yeah. So, if you watched my most recent video, you will have heard at some point, that I'm at the end of my 30-day project. And I break down, if you don't know what a 30-day project is, I'll throw it here. If you don't, look up day 9 30-day project. I'm sure it will pop up. They're awesome. Really great ways to stay motivated and just do probably, I think the biggest thing is you would really surprise yourself what you can do with when you take an hour or two a day to strive towards something. And not to say you're going to move mountains, because I think oftentimes that's what we are told, or that's the expectation we are given. But I think you'd be surprised what you can do. And with this, I'm super happy with the videos I've been recording. They've been really fun. On a personal level, I haven't really talked about myself too much, but I'm a pretty busy person. I'm a bit of a busybody. Outside of this, I am often working, as most of us do, with 8 hours a day per week. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, whatever you want to call it. And then beyond that, I tend to hang out with people outside of work, tend to get out and do stuff to a point where it's a little detrimental to my mental health. I have become more extroverted in the past, probably 10 years. But I'm very much still an introvert at heart. And in the past, I burned myself out by stretching myself too thin, doing too much, and not taking time to do the things that I love. Not to say that hanging out with people I don't love, because I do, but I guess not doing things that are recharging to me. And for me, that is video games, especially solo ones. Monster Train 1, for some context, I probably put a good 200 to 300 hours in over the course of years, because that was my relaxation zen game. It really was. This time is very special to me. So that saying, I need to less. If you watch early videos, you'll see me beat myself up or kind of talk about that a lot. And I feel like in the videos I got better, but as I'm just sitting here just talking off the cuff, the ums appear. Anyway, this time is very important to me, and the thing that's been really nice about recording videos is it gives me an excuse not only to other people, but to myself to take time and wind down in a solo activity, which has been good. So I'm probably going to record videos more, but in less frequency, because some of these videos have been pretty brutal to try to get recorded. There's the again. To the point where there was a day I missed a daily challenge. The reason I missed that was, went to work, all that stuff, and then out of work, I had something to do right after work. And then after that, I had something else I needed to get done. And then after that, I was hanging out with somebody. And then that lasted until 11:30 or so. And then I was really questioning if I was going to stay up till minimum 12:30 recording a video, minimum 1 waiting for the video to render, and then, well, not render, but render and upload. If I'm lucky, it would be done by 1. But most likely 1:30, and then wake up at 6 o'clock to go to work. I wasn't going to do that. I want to stick to it. I want to do the 30-day project, but I'm not going to. I'll push myself in some ways, but I very much am someone where I know my limits and I know I would be pretty miserable. I did have some days, though, where it was pretty stressful in a good way, right? Like getting out of work, rushing home, recording a video, starting the render as I get ready to go out and do stuff. And then when the render's done, hit, upload on the video, head out, do the thing, get back. And then before I go to bed, actually click the upload button. That was fun. Good times. But, every time I don't know if you all see it in my soul every time it makes me cringe. Here's the succinct part. I will be uploading more videos going forward, just with less frequency, and not doing the daily challenge every day. There will probably be days where I look at it, see if I'm going to enjoy it or not, and then choose to play it or not. I might do other things. Speaking of other things, one thing that I have wanted to do for a while is I am getting distracted and tilted as my camera struggles to focus on me. Why? Why is the background so interesting to you, camera? This video is just a mess right now. Okay, anyway. A thing that I've wanted to do, and maybe not this 30 days, because I might be doing a new project to do with like programming stuff, which I might upload videos of that. I feel like that would be very boring. I do programming in my off time, and if anybody's actually watching this and is at all interested, leave a comment. If you want to see me learn kind of programming or work on different stuff that I have rolling in the background. But the other thing that I've wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't have necessarily the entry point, but also it's kind of vague on it. I want to talk about like card games. So I love card games. I played them since I was a kid. They are another zen place. Oftentimes I will organize cards just to relax. And I have played a lot of them. I'm not just somebody who plays like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Hearthstone or now like One Piece is pretty popular, Flesh and Blood. I have played those games, but I am very much a card game dabbler. And a thing that I've wanted to kind of talk about is some of these other lesser known card games and talk about the things that I think are interesting. Talk about the things, because I think every card game does something successful. And I think it'd be cool to talk about, not just dunk on card games, because I've seen some people do that, where they'll dunk on how a card game maybe failed or whatever. But to talk about the successes of some of these card games that maybe didn't take off as well as some of the contemporary or some of their competition. And some of the ones that come to the top of my mind that I think are really some of the newer ones that I think I could talk ages about are the Dragon Ball Super card game. During COVID, I got very much into that game and have played it extensively. It is, in terms of collectible card games, probably my favorite. It has such a good flow to it. There is a bit of reading. I mean, I'll talk more about it. But like, it's fun. It's really good. What it succeeds at, I want carried over in card games. It does such good things that I want to see elsewhere. Another one is Universes, specifically the My Hero Academia stuff. I think that game is so fascinating. It is the most beautiful disaster of a card game I've ever played. And even with all of its faults, it is still fun to play, which is really interesting. So I'd like to talk about that. And then there are older ones that are actually better than you would think, even though they're kind of bad. That being the Shaman King card game is a fascinating adaptation of War, whereas most card games are kind of, I call them like based on poker. And I guess the reason I say that is they are 5-card draw, right? Like poker or like 5-card. Oftentimes were like the old standards. And then a lot of them have their life in Magic the Gathering, right? Their roots in Magic. And Shaman King, its roots are in War, the card game War, where you just flip a card and compare numbers. And it's actually kind of fun, kind of an interesting concept. The recent one I've been looking into is the Mega Man card game. I don't think it's that good, but it does some cool stuff. The way it manages your energy in a way that isn't land is kind of cool. And it's kind of a alternate take on the current like new mana system of take card in hand and uses mana. Okay, hold on. I'm going so far off topic and I'm just rambling. So I probably should have like a script in front of me. I don't. I'm just talking. TLDR. I'm going to record less Monster Train videos probably. But when I play the game, I'm probably just going to upload it or record it and upload it because I've got my process down and it's pretty easy. And if people enjoy watching it, I would love to just anytime I am playing that game, I intend on recording it. Some of these other videos, I'll say, might be a little less professional. A hang up that had happened is I didn't want to eat while playing. I think that's rude. I might be eating while playing on these videos. I'm going to be way less like serious, I guess. The second thing is I might aim to make longer form content. So you might have a week or so if I'm like focusing on that and then like other things in my life. Might have a week or so where I don't record as much. I know for like YouTube algorithm-y stuff, it's probably not good. I really don't care. I just want to make cool stuff for like-minded individuals, and I'm sure there are other card game people out there who would love to chat and share share ideas about card games. And then finally, this is addendum C or D or whatever we're on. I have other ideas that I want to try. They're just very experimental, and if you see random stuff that's off the wall or out there, and this is the caveat, and it's enjoyable, like it is actually like entertaining to you for whatever reason, you can like the video or whatever. Leave a comment. That's probably the biggest thing. Like, no, you don't have to like go on a freaking paragraph or anything. Just say, cool video idea, whatever. That'll give me something to work around if there is something that's interesting to other people. So, okay. This has gone on long enough. I've rambled as much as I need to. If anybody has stuck around and kind of went with me on this journey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm able to see some numbers, and I saw that, and I know like my mom watches my videos. There's a comment where she commented on one of them, whatever. She's probably a good 30 hours of the overall watch time on my YouTube stuff. But I have like 80 hours or something. And the idea that for 50 hours of people out there, I was able to bring some entertainment, that's awesome. So, okay, everybody. This focusing camera is going to like tilt the ever-living crap out of me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for entertaining me on this little journey. And if you ever want to chat, if you ever want to do a 30-day project or anything and you need like tips, feel free to reach out. I've done so many of them at this point. But thank you for attending or joining me on my journey here. I will talk to you later. I hope you have a good rest of your night. You all are awesome. See you later.